Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the most realistic and vivid footage of the lives of fishermen far out at sea. Today, we will follow American fishermen on giant ships, equipped with the most modern technology, to witness the process of catching hundreds of tons of fish every day using the bottom trawling method. From the moment the giant nets are dropped into the ocean, until large schools of fish are collected into the ship's hold, everything is the result of precise calculations, skillful skills and constant perseverance of the fishermen. They have to face fierce seas, harsh weather, and unforeseen challenges to be able to bring home full catches of fish. Right on this ship, the processing process also takes place at a dizzying speed. Each fish is classified, cleaned, and preserved immediately to maintain the freshest quality. Each stage requires smooth coordination between crew members. Demonstrating a strong team spirit in the vast ocean. And when the ship arrives at port, it is not only the moment of achievement after days of hard work, but also the joy and pride of those working at sea. They not only bring back valuable aquatic resources but also contribute significantly to the fishing industry's economy. The journey of fishermen has never been easy, but their passion for the sea, love for the job, and optimism have helped them overcome all challenges. Let's continue to follow these emotional stories in today's video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next exciting content. Now, let's go to sea. Before dawn, giant fishing boats have left port, heading straight to the far sea, where the most crowded schools of migratory fish are. On deck, groups of fishermen are busy preparing bottom trawls. One of the largest fishing tools in the seafood industry. Each bottom trawl is hundreds of meters long, designed to sweep along the seabed, collecting hundreds of tons of fish in just one haul. The electric winch system and modern control equipment help fishermen operate the nets precisely, minimizing effort while still ensuring maximum efficiency. The sound of machinery echoes in the vast ocean. The nets are gradually lowered into the deep blue water. The ships move in carefully calculated orbits, surrounding the giant schools of fish moving on the ocean floor. After many hours of patience, it is time to pull the nets, which is also the most tense moment. The signal sounds. The winch system begins to pull the nets up from the water surface. Everyone's eyes follow every movement of the net, expecting a full catch of fish. The closer we got to the deck, the more water splashed. Thousands of fish wriggled, sparkling under the sunlight. As soon as the net touched the deck, hundreds of tons of fish spilled out, creating an extremely magnificent scene. Fishermen quickly sorted the fish by size and type and put them in the storage compartment. All processes took place in the shortest time to keep the fish fresh, ready for the next processing steps. The hard work was evident on the faces of each crew member. But along with that was the excitement and joy when seeing the fruits of their labor. This was the moment everyone had been waiting for after so many hours of hard work at sea. To ensure product quality, the fish were processed while still on board. The modern processing line system helped this stage take place quickly and efficiently. Large fish were butchered, cut into pieces and frozen immediately. Small fish are packed and carefully arranged in cold storage before docking. Thanks to advanced technology, onboard processing not only saves time but also improves product quality when it reaches consumers. Fishermen work tirelessly, but everyone is excited because they know that these fresh fish will bring significant income to their families and the US seafood industry. After many days at sea, the ship gradually approaches the port. Carrying hundreds of tons of fresh fish, the fishing port becomes bustling as refrigerated trucks wait to transport goods to processing plants and domestic and international markets. The joy of fishermen is overwhelming when witnessing the successful catch. They not only bring back an abundant source of fish but also contribute to the development of the seafood industry. Behind the trips is a story of sacrifice, hardship, but also pride of people attached to the sea. As the ship leaves port, the crew begins a long journey across the vast ocean. The seagulls soar overhead as if bidding farewell to the mainland, while ahead, there is only the deep blue ocean and the rolling waves. The fishermen on board are accustomed to life at sea. Each person has their own task, from controlling the ship, operating the machinery, preparing the nets to ensuring the safety of the entire crew. A trip requires not only fishing techniques but also good coordination from everyone to ensure success. After many hours at sea, the radar system and modern fish finders help locate large schools of fish on the seabed. The captain gives the order to drop the nets, and the fishing journey officially begins. Bottom trawling is one of the largest harvesting methods in the US seafood industry. Huge nets, hundreds of meters wide, are lowered deep into the seabed, sweeping through areas with high fish density. The lowering of the net must be carefully calculated. From the speed of lowering, the depth to the direction of the ship's movement. All of these parameters must be highly accurate to optimize the catch. Once the net has reached a deep enough depth, the ship begins to move slowly along a predetermined trajectory. Dragging the massive net along. The waiting time is a time filled with suspense. Everyone on board is looking forward to a bumper catch, but no one can predict the outcome until the net is pulled up. The whistle blows. This is the most important moment of the fishing trip, pulling the net onto the ship. The electric winch system starts working, pulling each meter of net up from the water. Streams of water flow over the deck, signaling a big catch. The sun's rays reflect on the sparkling silver scales, creating a spectacular sight. Hundreds of tons of fish thrashed vigorously as they were loaded onto the boat. The fishermen quickly got to work sorting them. The big fish were transferred straight to the storage compartment, while the small fish were processed on the spot. The atmosphere on the boat was full of energy. Although it was hard work, everyone was excited because they knew that this was the result of perseverance and love for the job. Right on the boat, the processing and preservation process was carried out at an incredible speed. The newly caught fish were cleaned, classified and preserved in a modern cold storage system to ensure the freshest quality. The valuable fish species were butchered, quick frozen or pre-processed right on the boat before being brought to market. The crew worked tirelessly, each doing their own job, coordinating well to ensure that all the harvested fish were processed promptly. This is the big difference between modern industrial fishing and traditional methods. Thanks to advanced technology, the quality of fish is always maintained at the highest level even after long voyages. Fishing trips are not always smooth. Sometimes, the sea is not as gentle as expected. Storms suddenly strike. Waves as high as multi-story buildings toss the ship. At times like these, the resilience of fishermen is most clearly demonstrated. They are not only fishermen, but also true warriors of the ocean. They have to face big waves and strong winds, long sleepless nights, and loneliness in the middle of the vast ocean. But no matter how hard it is, they still do not give up. For them, fishing is not only a job but also a part of life. A pride that they are attached to for life. After long days at sea, the ship finally heads to port. The atmosphere is bustling. The sound of laughter and chatter resounds as the first boxes of fish are transferred to shore. Refrigerated trucks are waiting to transport fish to processing plants and consumer markets across the United States and the world. This is not only the result of the fishermen's labor but also an important part of the country's seafood economy. Looking at the fresh fish boxes, the fishermen smile with satisfaction. Although hard and arduous, each trip is a success, a joy that cannot be expressed in words. The life of a fisherman is not only fishing, but also an emotional journey. They work with passion, with a resilient spirit and a strong attachment to the sea. Today's journey has shown us the hardship but also the pride of the fishing profession. Hopefully this video has given you a more realistic perspective of the American seafood industry, where people fight the waves every day to bring back abundant seafood resources. Modern technology helps optimize fishing output. What are the risks and dangers that fishermen face? Further processing when fish are brought to the factory. Memorable moments or real stories of fishermen. I will continue the content in the direction you want. Ship fish wave. Today, the commercial fishing industry in the US is no longer based on luck or personal experience as it used to be. Thanks to the development of modern technology, fishing has become more efficient, helping to maximize production, reduce waste and protect aquatic resources. Before going to sea, modern fishing vessels are equipped with radar and GPS systems to accurately locate large schools of fish. Technologies such as echo sounders help the crew determine depth, seabed terrain and areas with a lot of fish, saving search time and improving fishing efficiency. Modern bottom trawls are designed to be huge, hundreds of meters long, and can harvest hundreds of tons of fish per day. Today's nets are equipped with smart sensors, help track the location, speed, and opening of the net in real time. Nets with suitable mesh sizes, designed to catch only large enough fish. Helping to minimize catching young fish and protect aquatic resources. Automatic net opening and closing system helps the net operate more efficiently, reducing operating time and increasing fishing productivity. Instead of using human power, fishing vessels today are equipped with automatic net pulling machines that can pull hundreds of meters of net onto the deck in a short time. The high-capacity electric winch system helps ensure a stable pulling speed, reducing the risk of the net breaking or getting stuck on the seabed. As soon as the fish is brought onto the deck, the cold storage system will start working to keep the product fresh. Large fishing vessels often have quick freezing warehouses, -40 degrees Celsius, help keep fish quality intact during long journeys. At sea. Seawater cooling tanks. Some vessels use cold seawater fish preservation technology to keep fish fresh before processing. Automatic processing lines cut, clean and package fish right on the vessel, helping to increase product value and reduce processing time when returning to port. Thanks to these technologies, each trip to sea not only brings in large output but also ensures high-quality fish. Serving the domestic and export markets. Risks and dangers that fishermen have to face. Despite the support of technology, fishing is always full of risks. The sea always contains unpredictable challenges, from harsh weather to unexpected accidents on board, high waves and storms. When working offshore, fishing vessels may encounter large storms with waves as high as 10 to 15 meters. Controlling a vessel in bad weather conditions is a major challenge, which can cause the vessel to capsize or damage equipment. Dense fog. In Alaskan waters, dense fog can reduce visibility, making it easier for the vessel to collide with other objects or run aground. Towlines and trawlers. When operating a trawler, the cables can become overstretched and break, posing a danger to the crew. Slips on deck. Due to seawater flooding the deck, the ship's floor is always slippery, with a high risk of crew members falling or falling into the sea. Working continuously for a long time, sailors often have to work 12 to 18 hours a day, in conditions of lack of sleep and cold weather, increasing the risk of accidents. One of the biggest dangers is falling into the sea. The seawater temperature in Alaska is often below 5 degrees Celsius. If not rescued in time, a person can lose consciousness after only a few minutes due to hypothermia. To minimize this risk, modern fishing vessels are equipped with waterproof and warm protective suits to increase the chance of survival if falling into the sea. Automatic lifebuoy system that can be deployed as soon as someone falls into the water. Emergency communication system, EPIRB, helps locate victims and send rescue signals. With long offshore trips lasting weeks, miscalculating fuel or experiencing engine problems can cause the ship to become stranded at sea, endangering the entire crew. Therefore, before each trip, ships must carefully check the engine, reserve enough fuel, and have a backup plan for emergencies. Despite being equipped with the most modern technology, fishing is still one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. American fishermen rely not only on machinery but also on steely spirits, courage, and experience to face all challenges at sea. Technology helps increase productivity, But it is the people who determine the success of each trip. They not only catch fish, but also bring back stories of courage, solidarity, and pride in conquering the sea. Each trip to sea is a long and arduous process, requiring meticulous preparation and close coordination of the entire crew. Below are each stage of the giant bottom trawl fishing process. Before each trip, the fishing vessel needs to be carefully prepared. Check equipment. All equipment such as machinery, trawl nets, GPS positioning systems, and communication systems must be checked and maintained to ensure effective operation throughout the trip. Fuel reserves. Fishing vessels often have to store enough fuel for the entire long trip. Because running out of fuel at sea can lead to danger, check food and water reserves. In addition to fuel, the crew must also prepare enough food, water, and necessary items for the entire trip. Once all preparations are completed, the fishing vessel will leave port and begin its journey to sea. During the first few days, the crew will assess the weather and sea conditions to find areas with lots of fish. Monitoring weather forecasts. To ensure safety, fishermen must monitor weather forecasts continuously to avoid storms or big waves. Locating fishing areas. Fishing vessels use GPS and radar systems to determine the location of schools of fish. This is important because if they do not find the right area, they can waste a lot of time and fuel without catching fish. Once the area with fish has been located, the vessel will proceed to drop the bottom trawl. Dropping the net. The bottom trawl is dropped into the sea at a tightly controlled speed and depth, so that the net can cover a large area. Pulling the net. When the net reaches its full length, the vessel will start pulling the net in. The automatic pulling system and electric winch help this work to be quick and efficient. As soon as the net is pulled up, the fish sorting and processing begins. Fish sorting. Fish will be sorted right on the ship. The qualified fish will be kept for preservation, while those that are not of the right size or are discarded will be released back into the sea. Preliminary processing. Modern ships are equipped with preliminary processing systems, such as fin cutting, fish cleaning, to help keep the fish fresh longer during the journey back to port. During the journey, the cold storage systems will operate continuously to keep the fish fresh. Cold storage on board. Fishing vessels are often equipped with large capacity cold storage, with temperatures down to -40 degrees Celsius to ensure that the quality of the fish is not affected during the long trip. Transport to port. When the ship returns to port, fish processing companies will receive and begin the further processing process. Further analysis of fish processing technology on board. Fish processing on board is an important advancement in the seafood industry, helping to preserve fresh fish for longer, reduce transportation costs and increase product value. Modern ships are equipped with automatic fish cleaning and cutting lines. After being pulled up, the fish will be brought to the cleaning areas, where the system cuts the fins, guts and cleans the intestines. This helps keep the fish meat from being affected by external factors such as bacteria or temperature. After preliminary processing, the fish will be packaged on board. Modern fishing vessels have automatic packaging systems, helping the packaging to take place quickly, ensuring hygiene and maintaining the quality of the fish. Large fishing vessels often have freezers on board, with deep freezing capacity to preserve fresh fish immediately. This freezing technology helps prevent the fish from spoiling and keeps them fresh when they arrive at port. Despite the support of technology, fishing is still a challenging and dangerous profession. Fishermen face many difficult situations at sea. Here are some real-life stories from fishermen. John is a fisherman with more than 20 years of experience at sea. During a 2-week trip, his boat encountered a huge storm while fishing near Kodiak Island. Waves were up to 10 meters high, causing his boat to almost capsize. Fortunately, thanks to the autopilot system and an experienced crew, they weathered the storm and returned to port safely. One challenge that cannot be ignored is the extreme fatigue of working continuously day and night. On long trips, fishermen have to work non-stop in harsh weather conditions. Fatigue, lack of sleep and psychological stress sometimes cause them to face risks at work. Impact of fishing on the economy and environment. Fishing has a profound impact on the economy and the environment. Below is an analysis of these factors. Main source of income for thousands of families. Fishing is not only the profession of fishermen, but also plays an important role in the economy of many coastal areas, providing jobs for thousands of workers, creating supporting industries. The seafood processing, preservation and transportation industry has helped develop many other industries, such as food processing, shipbuilding, fishing equipment, etc. Seafood exports, fishing products, especially fish such as cod, salmon, tuna, contribute to a large source of foreign exchange for the country. Depletion of fishery resources. Without sustainable management measures, the fishing industry can cause overfishing, leading to a serious decline in fish species. Marine pollution. The use of bottom trawling can have negative impacts on the seabed ecosystem, destroying coral reefs and natural aquaculture areas. Conservation measures. To minimize negative impacts, many countries have adopted measures such as banning fishing in some areas, using nets with appropriate mesh